This is an important question because too often people don't think about creating content for LinkedIn in a strategic way. Let's talk about this for a minute. What's the significance of content creation on LinkedIn? Well, first of all, there's lots of different ways you can share content on LinkedIn. You don't necessarily create it on LinkedIn, but there's lots of ways you could share content on LinkedIn. Now, but then the strategic philosophy that you need to figure out is why? Why do I want to share content on LinkedIn? Now, again, I think a lot of people look at this the wrong way. A lot of people look at sharing content on LinkedIn, it's all about me. I need to share content that's all about me because I want people to know all about me. And that is probably the worst perspective to have in the context of sharing content on LinkedIn. The best philosophy, I believe, to share content for sharing content on LinkedIn is I want to give. I want to give content. I want to give away ideas, perspectives, knowledge, experience. I want to give information. I want to give. And the more you're willing to give, the more LinkedIn will create value for you. However, there's another piece to that. You can't just be giving away content willy-nilly without understanding two things. Number one, who am I giving content to? Who am I giving to? You're not giving to all 995 million people on LinkedIn as of January 23rd, 2024. You're giving content to your target audience, your ideal client, that person, that human who is important to you. So you better be really clear about who that person is that you're giving content to. The second thing that can make giving content through LinkedIn useful to you is when you're giving content they want. When you're giving content that your ideal client target audience is looking for. When you're giving content that this human can benefit from. Too often, again, people get on LinkedIn and it's all about me, my brand, my product, my company, me, and they just want to put it all out there. They don't strategically think through, who am I giving content to and what is it they want? Look, I got on Quora years ago because this is a way for me to do social listening. This is a way for me to find out what people are asking questions about. And when I discover what questions people are asking about in context of LinkedIn, my thought is if one person's asking that question, others may be interested in the idea as well. And by the way, this is my business today, is to teaching people how to use LinkedIn as a business tool. So I'm very deliberate about what content I create. And I'm very deliberate about what content I share. I'm very deliberate about who I'm sharing it with and why I'm sharing it. Why am I creating or curating content? Because I want to give content to my target audience that they can benefit from. They can enjoy, they can use, that can help them. They can help them solve problems, answer questions, etc., etc. It's not about Teddy. It's not about Burriss Consulting 90% of the time. It's about knowledge that I can share, ideas, perspectives I can share that help others. Because when you help others, they will, the level of trust and respect between you and that other human grows. Especially when you're doing it transparently and you're not asking for anything in return. So what's the significance of sharing content on LinkedIn? It's to give to your target audience, to create trust and respect, maybe even some level of like. And that is how, through social selling, you create opportunities to discuss business. Now, by the way, I can't share that without also sharing this perspective. You need to not only be sharing content on LinkedIn, you need to also be looking for other conversations to get into that are relevant and useful to your target audience. Because at the end of the day, whatever that means, you're not going to create some viral piece of content that's going to take your business to a whole nother level. At the end of the day, you're going to show up in conversations that either someone else created or you create that your target audience is going to discover. And you don't have enough hours in the day for you to create enough content to be able to create that environment that you can be discovered. So participate in other relevant conversations, and you'll find that content on LinkedIn can move your business to a whole nother level. I'm Teddy, your LinkedIn strategist, trainer, and coach. I hope this little nugget this morning is useful for you.